My brother stood at the head of the table, wineglass raised, smiling at his 3 friends. Then he looked at me. "Everyone, meet my older sibling, professional couch warmer, expert at sending out résumés that go nowhere." His friends laughed. One of them leaned forward. "So what do you actually do all day? Netflix, video games?" Another chimed in. "Have you tried, updating your LinkedIn? I could send you some job search tips." They thought it was hilarious. I sat there, silent, fork in hand. My brother kept going. "Honestly, I don't know how you survive. Mom and Dad must be saints." I took a sip of water. I could have ended it right there. I could have told him the truth. But something stopped me. Should I tell him who signs his friends' paychecks? I smiled. I said nothing. It was 6 p.m. on a Tuesday. Where are you watching from? If you've ever been underestimated, hit that like button. Because they'd find out Monday morning. Let me back up. My brother and I grew up competing. He was loud, social, the one who won debate trophies and student council elections. I was quiet, strategic, the one who built apps in my bedroom while he practiced speeches. Our parents loved us both, but they understood him better. He made sense to them. I didn't. After college, he went into sales. Flashy job, good salary, always posting on LinkedIn. I started a tech consultancy. I filed the LLC paperwork on a Tuesday, chose a boring name, kept it off social media. For 5 years, I worked from home. I landed contracts through referrals, grew the client list slowly. No press releases, no flashy office, just good work and steady revenue. My brother saw me in sweatpants on Zoom calls and assumed I was unemployed. I never corrected him. Why? Because privacy was easier than family drama. And because I've always believed in one thing. Save everything. Every signed contract, every incorporation document, every email, every NDA, I keep it all. You never know when you'll need proof. My brother never believed in documentation. He believed in performance. He needed an audience to feel successful. I just needed the work to be real. For years it worked. We stayed in our lanes. Then that Tuesday happened, and he pushed too far. After dinner, my brother pulled me aside. His friends were in the living room, scrolling their phones. He lowered his voice. "Look, I'll help you. But you need to understand. It's embarrassing for me." I blinked. "What is?" "This. You. My friends are directors at a solid firm. You're you." I stayed quiet. He kept going. "They just got acquired by some tech consultancy. Big money. They're all keeping their jobs, probably getting raises." My stomach tightened. I knew exactly which firm he was talking about. "So here's the deal," he said. "I'll ask them to refer you. Maybe you can get something entry-level, receptionist, assistant, whatever." "That's generous," I said slowly. "But," he continued, "I need 2 things. 1, you post on Facebook thanking me publicly. Tag me, make it clear I helped you." I nodded. 2, you pay me a finder's fee. $5,000. Cash or Venmo? I stared at him. 5,000. "Networking isn't free," he said, shrugging. "And honestly, you're lucky I'm even offering." I asked the only question that mattered. "What's the name of the firm?" He said it, casual, confident. The same firm my company had just acquired. I smiled. "Let me think about it." "Don't think too long," he said. "They're busy people. 72 hours until the public announcement." I just had to stay quiet a little longer. The next morning, I woke up to 73 notifications. My brother had posted on Facebook. The caption, "Help my sibling find work. Anything helps." With a PayPal link and 3 laughing emojis. He'd tagged me. His friends commented immediately. "Try Indeed.com. McDonald's is always hiring. Have you considered a career in professional dog walking?" The post got shared. People I hadn't spoken to in years were seeing it. Then my phone rang. Mom. "Honey, why didn't you tell us it was this bad?" "Mom, it's not. Your brother said you've been struggling for months. We had no idea. Do you need money?" I felt my chest tighten. The humiliation was real. Even when you know the truth, public shame still cuts. Dad called next. Same concern, same confusion. I told them I was fine. They didn't believe me. By noon, the family group chat was full of job listings and motivational quotes. I sat on my couch staring at my phone. For a moment, I wondered if I'd made a mistake. Maybe I should have just told everyone from the start. Maybe silence was the wrong move. Then I opened my laptop. Unread email from HR. Subject line, Integration and Termination Authority. I remembered something. I don't owe bullies explanations. I owe them consequences. I opened the email. It was from our head of HR and copied our legal team. The subject: final approval needed for integration phase org chart and employee conduct reviews. I scrolled down. There it was. The acquisition agreement, signed 3 weeks ago. My company, the one I'd built quietly for 5 years, had acquired my brother's friend's firm. The deal was done. Announced internally. Public release scheduled for Monday. I opened the attachment. Org chart. New structure. My name at the top. Founder and CEO. 3 levels down, in the merged operations division, 3 familiar names. My brother's friends. All 3 of them now reported up through my chain of command. I kept scrolling. Another attachment. Compliance flags. Employee 4782. That was one of the guys who'd commented on the Facebook post. Flagged for social media conduct review. Prior warning on file from 6 months ago. The email ended with a single line. Awaiting your final approval on behavioral violations and integration dismissals. I sat back. I had the power. I'd had it the whole time. Now I just had to decide how to use it. I didn't want revenge. I wanted accountability. There's a difference. I gave them the weekend. I didn't respond to my brother. I didn't engage. I just watched. And they escalated. Saturday afternoon, a mutual contact forwarded me a screenshot. Group chat. My brother and his 3 friends. Dude, your sibling is a total leech. How do you even deal with that? Someone needs to stage an intervention. Honestly, we should make a post, publicly. Shame works. My brother's reply, already on it. Sunday morning, one of them published a Medium post. The title, When Family Members Refuse to Grow Up, a Case Study. It didn't use my name, but anyone who knew us would know. My brother shared it. Important read on enabling failure. The cruelty had become a performance. It wasn't about helping me. It never was. It was about building a narrative, making me the villain in their story so they could be the heroes. The stakes weren't just personal anymore. This was reputational. If I stayed silent much longer, the lie would become the truth. But I had one advantage. Monday morning, the integration meeting started. Every employee in the acquired firm had to attend. They had to sign new conduct agreements. They had to meet the new leadership. And I'd be there. I just had to wait one more day. Sunday night, I pulled the full personnel files. HR had sent them over for final review. I went through each one. All 3 of my brother's friends had signed the company code of conduct when they were hired. Section 4.3, Social Media and Harassment Policy. Employees may not engage in public disparagement, bullying, or conduct that damages the company's reputation or creates a hostile environment. Violation could result in termination. 2 of them had prior warnings on file. Verbal write-ups, hostile communication, toxic behavior in team meetings. They'd survived because their old boss didn't want the paperwork. But I wasn't their old boss. Then I found something else. One of them had lied on his LinkedIn. He claimed a certification he'd never earned. Our diligence team had flagged it during the acquisition audit but marked it low priority. It was still fraud. I wasn't angry anymore. Anger is hot and reactive. I was cold and precise. This wasn't about what they'd said about me. It was about what they'd done. What they'd signed. What they'd violated. The documents were clear. The policy was clear. I forwarded everything to our attorney with a single question. Can we proceed? Her reply came in 2 minutes. Yes, recommend immediate action. I was done tolerating it. Before I went to bed, I did one more thing. I looked at my brother's recent posts, scrolled back 2 weeks. There it was, a vague post with a broken heart emoji. When hard work isn't enough. I called a mutual friend, someone who worked near him. What happened with my brother's job? I asked. She sighed. You didn't hear? Hear what? He got passed over for promotion. They gave it to someone from outside the company. He was devastated. I thanked her and hung up. Suddenly it all made sense. My brother didn't hate me. He needed me. He needed someone beneath him so he could feel above someone. His friends were his audience. The only people still watching his performance. I was the safe target. The invisible sibling. The one nobody would defend. He wasn't punching down at me. He was trying to climb back up using my back as a ladder. It wasn't personal. It was survival. Understanding him didn't excuse him. It didn't make what he did okay, but it clarified what I had to do. This wasn't about revenge. It was about drawing a line. Some people only learn when the consequences are real. Monday morning, they'd be real. Sunday night, 11:47 p.m., I sent the email. 2. HR, Legal Board. Subject, Policy Enforcement. Integration Compliance Review. Body. I am formally requesting immediate enforcement of Code of Conduct violations for the following employees, flagged during integration review. Attachments include signed policies, prior warnings, and documented behavioral incidents. Please proceed with standard termination protocols per Handbook Section 9. I attached everything. The personnel files, the screenshots, the compliance flags, the LinkedIn discrepancy. I copied our attorney. I hit send. Her reply came at midnight. Approved. Termination scheduled Monday, 10 a.m., severance per standard terms. All documentation in order. I leaned back in my chair. The plan was clean. No vendetta. No public spectacle. Just policy. Just procedure. The same rules everyone else followed. I wasn't doing this because they mocked me. I was doing this because they violated their agreements. And because if I didn't, they'd do it to someone else. Someone who didn't have an org chart to protect them. I closed my laptop. I slept better than I had in days. Monday morning, the joke would finally land. But I wouldn't be the punchline. Monday, 10 a.m. The all-hands integration meeting started on Zoom. 53 employees from the acquired firm. My leadership team, HR, legal. I was off camera when it started. Our COO kicked things off. Welcomed everyone, thanked them for their patience during the transition. Then she said the words, "Now I'd like to introduce our founder and CEO who'll walk you through the new structure." I turned my camera on. "Good morning. I'm Alex, founder and CEO. Welcome to the team." The chat went silent. I could see their faces in the grid. Row 3, my brother's 3 friends, sitting together. Recognition hit them one by one, eyes widening, mouths opening. One of them looked like he was going to be sick. I kept my voice calm, professional. "We're excited to integrate your expertise and grow together. Our head of HR will now walk through onboarding details, and we'll have individual check-ins with a few team members this morning." I turned it over to HR. She pulled up a slide. "The following employees, please join breakout room B at 10:15. 3 names. My brother's friends. I watched them realize. The breakout meetings were short, 10 minutes each. HR and legal walked them through it. Policy violations. Code of conduct breaches. In one case, falsified credentials. Terminations effective immediately. 2 weeks severance. Standard exit terms. Professional, clean, legal. By 10:45, all 3 were off the call. My phone started buzzing. Text from my brother. "What is happening? This is insane. You can't do this. Call me now." I sent one reply. "You wanted me to have a job, I do. I've had one the whole time." He tried calling. I didn't answer. The meeting wrapped at 11. By noon, my brother's Facebook post was deleted. The Medium article was taken down. The group chat went silent. The punchline had landed. The fallout was quieter than I expected. 2 of the 3 friends landed new jobs within a month. Standard terminations don't follow you if you don't make them a story. The 3rd took some time off. He sent me a LinkedIn message 6 weeks later. I deserved that. "Thank you for the wake-up call." I didn't reply. But I didn't block him either. My brother sent a text 3 days after the terminations. One line, I didn't know. I replied, "You didn't ask." He tried to explain. I didn't engage. A week later, he tried again. "Can we talk?" I said yes. We met for coffee. He apologized, sort of. It was defensive. Surface level. I didn't mean for it to go that far. I didn't yell. I didn't lecture. I just set a boundary. "I'll see you at holidays. But I'm not your punching bag anymore. If you can't respect me, we don't need to be close." He nodded. He didn't fight it. Our parents called. I explained everything. Showed them the LLC paperwork. The contracts. The acquisition. Mom cried. Dad apologized for doubting me. I told them it was okay. They didn't know because I didn't tell them. But I also told them I needed them to stop assuming silence meant failure. They agreed. At work, I made changes. We rolled out company-wide respect and conduct training, updated the policies, made reporting easier, took exit interviews seriously. I donated $25,000 to a nonprofit that helps people re-enter the workforce after setbacks. Quiet donation. No press release. Just the work. Because here's what I learned. I didn't fire those 3 people because they mocked me. I fired them because they violated the policy they signed. The mockery just made sure I was paying attention. There's a difference between revenge and boundaries. Revenge is about making someone hurt. Boundaries are about making sure you don't. Respect isn't something you give to titles or credentials. It's something you build by how you treat people when you think no one's watching. My brother thought no one was watching. He was wrong. So here's my question for you. Have you ever stayed quiet and let your work speak later? Have you ever been underestimated, then proved them wrong without saying a word? Drop your story in the comments. I read everyone. And if this story hit home, subscribe. You never know who's watching. One last thing. This story is a fictionalized dramatization for entertainment purposes. It is not legal or financial advice. Always consult professionals for your specific situation. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.